And this was only the beginning. Emily stayed in that hospital room for 3 days. Marcus came by once, stayed for 15 minutes, mostly on his phone. Caroline and Vanessa visited, not to congratulate her, but to inspect. Caroline held the baby like she was evaluating a piece of furniture, then handed her back with a tight smile. She has your nose, unfortunately. Hopefully she'll grow into something more refined. Emily said nothing, just smiled. But inside, something was calcifying, something hard and unbreakable. When she came home to the mansion, she expected things to be different. They weren't. Marcus moved permanently into the guest wing, said the baby's crying would disturb his sleep and he had important meetings. Emily spent her nights alone, feeding her daughter, whom she named Sophie, after her grandmother, a woman who'd taught her that strength wasn't always loud, that sometimes the most powerful thing you could do was survive. And Emily was surviving, barely, but surviving nonetheless. The weeks blurred together. Sleepless nights, endless feedings, the weight of loneliness pressing down on her chest until she could barely breathe. Marcus was a ghost in his own home, and his family, they circled like vultures, always watching, always judging, always making sure Emily knew she didn't belong. One afternoon, Caroline cornered her in the nursery. "You know, dear, Marcus was supposed to marry the Wellington girl. Old money, proper breeding, someone who understood our world. But then you came along." Emily looked up from changing Sophie's diaper, her hands steady even as her heart raced. "He chose me, Caroline. He proposed to me." Caroline's laugh was sharp, cruel. "Did he? Or did he choose a moment of rebellion? Either way, you're here now. And you'll do well to remember your place." Emily wanted to scream, wanted to throw something, wanted to grab her daughter and run. But instead, she smiled. "I'll remember," she said softly. And she did. She remembered every insult, every dismissal, every moment they tried to make her feel worthless. She stored them away, fuel for the fire that was building inside her. 3 months after Sophie was born, Emily couldn't sleep. It was 2 a.m. and she'd just gotten Sophie back down after a feeding. She wandered the mansion's halls, those cold, endless corridors that never felt like home. She passed Marcus's study and noticed the light was on, the door slightly ajar. He wasn't inside. She shouldn't have gone in. She knew that. But something pulled her forward, some instinct she couldn't name. The study was immaculate, all dark wood and leather, the desk organized with military precision. But there, on the corner of the desk, was Marcus's laptop. Open, unlocked. Emily's hand hovered over it. This was wrong. She knew it was wrong. But she thought about that whisper in the hospital room, about the coldness in his eyes, about the way he'd abandoned her when she needed him most. She sat down and looked at the screen. What she found changed everything. Emails, dozens of them, between Marcus and someone named David Chen, his business partner. They were talking about the